How is it going, everyone? It is Will with Culture Keep, and welcome to the second episode in the Marvel Contest of Champions series. And the next two videos are going to be, or at least the next two videos are going to be about fighting and how to improve your fighting skills and tips that I think everyone, whether you're a beginner or intermediate, should know. Advanced people, you probably don't need this. You probably already know all this, hopefully. But this game is, like I've said earlier, 90% fighting. Really not much else besides coordinating with your alliance. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you've played this game for like 10 minutes, you've seen that everything's fighting, fighting, fighting. So in this video, I really want to cover the skill Parry. Parry is, in my opinion, like probably the second or third most important mastery. Second to like dexterity, and then some other masteries that really boost certain champion classes, such as like mystic boosts and stuff like that. But it's just super, super important. And this one you will get first before dexterity. So let's look at how you get dexterity first. So that way you're not like, okay, cool, there's this cool thing, but how the F do I get it? Yeah, let's let's go over that first. So what you want to do is you want to click on your little character profile up at the top. It's usually your center screen all the way up the top bar, and it's got your character and your profile name on there and your level. Should be pretty easy to find. And you want to navigate to the glowy bar on mastery. Now that one that you see on there, I have actually for my last video I was at level 42. I'm at level 43, so I have a point to spend. But I need to buy something before I can spend it. But this is a good thing, so I can kind of dive deeper into it. So to get to parry from here, it goes straight to offense, but you want to go to the third bar at the top that says proficiencies. And the parry one is the shield that is directly below the first XP symbol. On my screen, it'll show like 2 out of 3, and it's already like got a light brown glow with a, you can see it. So go ahead and click on that. Now if you're just starting, obviously you probably haven't purchased it yet, but you'll want to go ahead and purchase it. Now you will have to buy mastery cores, and the game pretty much walks you through it. You know, what are mastery cores, where do I get them? You just click on the unlock button and it shows you kind of a picture of it, and it'll come up with insufficient funds. Then you can go to item store and purchase it. Let's look at the price. I think it's the same. So that's $135 for this one. Not the most expensive, but you know, when you're starting out, it's not exactly cheap because units are they're not hard to get, but you don't really start out with a lot, and 135 can seem like a lot. I have 153, but that's because I've been spending all mine. So you want to save up units. For beginners, really the best way to get units is to go ahead and go through the story. I would go ahead and try and finish up Act 1, and then of course participate in the arenas, because the arenas will give you special crystals that you can use. Well, I'll go ahead and show you. So they'll give you these things called battle chips, and then once you get 2,000 battle chips, you can go to your crystals section, go to, I think it's actually this one. Oh yeah, so scroll all the way to the bottom, arena crystals, and then you can see, like you just saw that on my screen, top prize was like 45 units. I usually get about 15 to 20 per 5 crystals, I would say. And for me now, those are really easy to get. But when you're beginning, I would focus on the quest as well as the checklists, or excuse me, the milestones. So if you look at the bottom right hand corner, you'll see a clipboard and a little check mark. Make sure you're checking these. I'm gonna go ahead and check one now, so I have one. So for Alliance event, oh, they just added a new one. I hate it when it's like that. I want to get stuff, but I can check it out later. Okay, cool. So you'll want to save up units so you can buy the mastery core so you can get parry. Now, once you get parry, you know, you're going to need some practice. And in my opinion, the best way to practice, really with new characters, with new abilities, just overall skills, is to go to versus. And really you can start out, I mean, if you're just starting out, you're probably going to be confined to the 3 versus 3 summoner trials. Probably haven't got any 3 stars yet if you've just started out, and then of course these last ones you probably won't be able to participate in. Maybe this 3 versus 3 Catalyst Clash, but I think that one's kind of expensive to enter. So let's go ahead and start with the 3 versus 3 Summoner Trials. And then, yeah, so you can see some of the rewards in here already are showing units. Yeah, so I've already got the first one, get 5 units from that, 5 units from the next one. Yeah, this is like units on units. And I know it doesn't look like a lot, like, you know, only 7. Looks like it's only giving you 5 to 7. But it does add up. But again, focus on the story. That's where you'll get the bulk of your units when you're starting out. Alrighty. So here's what's going to happen with Deadpool and Guillotine. So there is a little countdown to the fight. You know, there's the ready, all that stuff. I'm going to pause it so I can speak and then go ahead and go into it. So going into the very, very, very basics of the game. So you have the left side, which pretty much I consider touching the character or your character or behind the character, the space that's behind the character. That is going to be your whole defensive side. And your offensive side is going to be pretty much everything in front of the character. So that includes swipes, that includes taps, all that good stuff. Because really this game is really just swiping and tapping, not much else. You can't really like zigzag or anything, which is good. So what's going to happen, the way I play, and again, everybody's going to have their own style, but the way I play is more defensive, which you'll see, and waiting for openings, obviously, which is pretty much everybody wants to get once you get the hang of it, excuse me. But they're going to kind of go at each other. And what I'm going to do is immediately go into a block. Now, a couple things can happen. Guillotine might go into a block as well. If Guillotine does do that, then I will go ahead and start attacking her. What I do is I'll do 1 to 3 light hits, because what I've found is if you do 4 light hits, you kind of leave yourself an opening, and especially as you get further into the game, really, whether it's the quests or the arenas, the AI is constantly looking for openings, and it will take that opening and it'll probably land the hit. It's very hard to get a parry in my experience after a 4 light hit combo, and even harder after a 5 hit combo. But if she goes into a block, then I'm going to attack. I would not recommend going into a shield break. Ideally, which has been my experience now that I'm on Act 4, is I'll immediately go into a block and she'll attack, and that'll cause a parry. Guillotine's actually a really good character to parry against because she's got this huge sword. And as soon as you see that thing move, just press the block button. When you get dexterity, you'll obviously want to move out of the way and not take damage, but we're focusing on parry when we want to get those parries. Now, she probably won't, but if she decides to swipe back, that'll probably be after I activate my block, and then I can just look, and I'm just going to wait for her to either attack me, or once she puts up her defense, like especially in this arena, I'll probably just go in straight into attack her. But you'll see once I start attacking the one light hit or the 3 light hits, I'll immediately go into a block and she'll most likely go into an attack, and that will cause a parry. So I'm going to do this basically in real time and then kind of slow it down for you guys. And then also I play very close combat. You can do parries pretty much at any distance as long as you time it correctly. For some reason, I haven't mastered the long distance parry. Well, they'll kind of do like a swipe towards you, and they'll kind of come across the screen and rush at you. For some reason, those are kind of hard for me to time. But when we're like face to face, like, you know, fisticuffs, nitty gritty, it's a lot easier for me. But again, it's going to take practice. It's going to take time. Be patient with yourself and just wait for the enemy to make the slightest movement and pull up your shield to get that parry. All right, so going straight into a block. All right, she's just standing there. So I'm going to go for a 5-hit combo back into a block. All right, oh, she came to me, but I started attacking. Going to go back to that block. It's too close. Move out of the way. Go again. Wow, she's just being really slow. There we go. Nope, no parry there. Wow, we're both terrible. There we go, there's a parry. So that was 1 light hit. Move out of the way, there we go. So to activate that parry, that took a while. But to activate that parry, it was just like one light hit, and then she immediately retaliated. That was a weird fight. That was like, they literally wanted me to win. All right, so immediately into a block. There we go. There's a parry right off the bat, 5-hit combo. Move back a little bit, move out of the way of his shield breaker. Another 5-hit combo. See, ooh, they got some good hits in. So you'll notice, I'm just gonna keep moving back. You'll notice that there's a little bit of delay in some of the attacking. So there we go, there's a good anticipation right there. As soon as Star-Lord cocked back his fists, I went straight into a block. Because probably what'll happen when you first start parrying is that you'll be hitting the button too soon, and you'll probably be like, what's going on? I could have sworn I timed it. It's kind of hard. There's a very, very small window for the parry, but pretty much once you get it, you've pretty much gotten it. I mean, obviously I'm sitting here missing some parries, which is totally fine, as long as you know you're not just being super late. You don't want to be late to the block. But parry right off the bat, that's like one of the best things. Another one, nice. He went for that knee. So that's another thing you can look for once you get used to the moves. Like Iron Man always like comes in with that knee going up, so just wait for him to like lift that leg. So I'm just gonna keep bashing at him. 1 to 3 hit combos. There we go. Let's get a 4-hit combo. All right, I'm gonna pause it real quick. So another thing to be super mindful of is the specials. So I'll highlight it here in a second, but towards the bottom of the screen, you'll see like empty bars. Right now we've got 2 stars, so there's only two bars, and then like a big, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a hexagon. Yes, I did count those sides. A hexagon, and when you tap on that, that activates your special. So once you see a green bar fill up for your enemy, you want to be really careful as far as leaving yourself open. So like a common mistake is putting too much space between you and your enemy and then rushing in for an attack. If you rush in for an attack and they have a special, that's a good way for them to activate it and for you to take damage, which you don't want to do. So you saw how after that, you know, that's why I recommend 3 light hits or 1 to 3 light hits, because it still gives you enough time to either move out of the way or to block when they're activating their level 1 or level 2 special, which happened in this case with Iron Man. So he's still blocking. We're just gonna wreck him now. Move back a little bit. And I'm gonna parry him and then do a special. Just kind of finish him off there. We've pretty much got parry down, I feel like. I'm gonna, you know, slow down the videos through some, you know, magical editing and all that good stuff so you guys can see how the enemy moves and how I react. The last thing I'm gonna do, I've kind of been talking about this throughout the entirety, and I apologize for not explaining it earlier, but is the 5-hit combos. So 5-hit combos are gonna be your bread and butter. The highest combo I've been able to do is a 6-hit combo, like in a row. You'll have a combo counter which will go up until you get hit. So I mean, I've gotten past 100. 5 hits to 6 hits is how many you can usually get before you have to block. I know some people with Domino can string like 12, which is insane, but you'll see in a second. So all right, just make sure everyone's batched up. We're good to go. So for the 5-hit combo, the way I do it is I swipe right with my right thumb, and then 3 light taps for 3 light attacks, and then a final swipe to the right. So it's swipe, tap, 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 swipe. This is all with your right hander on the right side of the screen, excuse me. So I'll put like little things at the bottom of the screen here to kind of show you while I'm playing. But that's just like the best combo there is right now. Well, really for most of this game. And then of course, when you have a special built up after that combo, you want to either activate that special or yeah, I'm just going to keep it simple and sweet. I've got a bunch of other tips, but this video's already gotten a lot longer than I wanted to. So we're just going to do the 5-hit combo and then we'll be done. and then you guys can go practice. All right, so starting off with the block. Yep, get parry 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go back into a block, swipe over 1, 2, 3, and then swipe. It's like clockwork. Oh, this is beautiful. Hulk was like, I know you're making a video, so I'm gonna be your dummy. And do a little dexterity there. Don't worry about that. Or you get a parry. Oop. 3 light attacks. Oh, missed that parry there. Oh, see, that's another thing you gotta be careful about swiping over is. There we go. Just finish him off there. Yeah, just be careful when there's distance. Doesn't hurt to be patient, because like obviously you saw that mistake, kind of just rushed into it. Just be patient. Alrighty guys, so I hope that helps you guys out. Again, be patient with yourself. Parry does take a little bit of time, but it's you know, ironically all about timing. So really just study your enemy's moves. Look for how their first attack looks like, because that's what you're going to be looking for every single time you parry. You can parry in the middle of a combo, but that's like really, really advanced. I'm still working on that, and I mean, I'm not like a super duper awesome player, but you know, I've been playing this game for like 2.5 months, almost 3, and I've gotten pretty much the hang of most of the fighting. But for now, for the beginners, just look for all those things. Alright, so I hope this video provided you with some value. If it did, feel free to like and subscribe. Of course, if you want to leave any comments, you can leave me comments too, but I don't know how I'm going to get them. But feel free to leave any comments if you have any questions, concerns, if you just want to say hey, all that good stuff. Alright, well thanks for tuning in guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.